Hi there, my name is Alice and I'm an urban gardener, and welcome to my channel. So today I'm really excited to be showcasing one of my most favorite places to visit in Nairobi. This is a plant nursery in Limuru, and I tell you, it is plant parent heaven. I'm talking about all sorts of indoor plants. They now have flowers, there is shrubs, there's outdoor plants. Whatever you're looking for, they've got it here. And one of my favorite things about the place is that it's not only is there a wide variety of plants, but the quality is top notch. You know, every plant is well cared for, well catered for, and planted in the right soil. And it's a really amazing space to be, and an amazing place to get good high quality plants. Before I tell you which nursery this is, I want us to take a tour. Yeah, so can you see all these succulents? So this is the succulent greenhouse, and it has an amazing collection of different types of succulents. You know, you can see echiverias here. You can just see that. Look at that. We have bromeliads there. Then we have our string of bananas, and they have all types of string plants. So string of pearls, string of tears, string of dolphins, you name it, they're all here. Yeah, so look at all these succulents. Look at that. There's so many different types, quite a rich variety of them. So if you're a succulent lover, then this is definitely your hookup. Yeah, look at those crassulas, so cute, so gorgeous. Yeah, and you can just see them, you know, in the entire space. There's quite an amazing variety of them. Let's have a look. Gorgeous. Yeah, so you have your haworthias here, and they also have different types of haworthia, so it's not just one type. And so really amazing variety of succulents. And then from here we go to the next place, and let's go into the second greenhouse. I think there are about, well, we'll find out exactly how many greenhouses there are, but there's quite a number. And so here, you know, so this is one of the greenhouses that has quite an amazing collection of indoor plants. Yeah, from your hanging asparagus ferns to aglaonomas to pileas. I mean, there's just an amazing collection. If you're into anthuriums, then there's quite a bit of that too. There's begonias as well. You have your cast iron plants, you have your pileas here, and there's quite a lot of really amazing and beautiful plants here. They also have quite a variety of peperomias. Yeah, so you have your colored, the greens, the ones with the pinkish foliage. Yeah, and then we go into our calatheas. There's quite a bit of that too. And there's peace lilies. If you're into big large foliage, then we're going to start entering into the philodendron arena, you know, your pothos. And then pothos, what I like also is that they come in different varieties. So if you want a small, if you just have a small space and you just want a small, well, I can call it relatively small pot of pothos, then there's that. They also have them in hanging form or slightly bigger as well, you know. So you have your larger foliage plants there. And then you come, if you're a monstera lover, then here you go. This is a variegated monsteras. Look at that, really gorgeous. Yeah, so there's I tell you, the Swiss cheese is quite a lot of there's quite a variety of indoor plants, and you can just see they are really in good shape, really well taken care of, and they all come in pots, so there's nothing like taking home bags. There's nothing like taking home plastic bags for you to think about repotting. So maybe the only thing you're thinking about is maybe another container, just a beautiful container in which to put your pots, right? So you just want a planter to put your pots. And I also have amazing people doing amazing planters, and I'm looking forward to sharing all those details with you guys, and how to get your planters and which planters to go for. So I'm all about sharing what's out there. We've got to build each other up right now. I always say there's no competition in the gardening world. Everybody has a space within the gardening world, and the more we know, the more we share, the more we grow. So here we are. Yeah, so you can see we continue to see poinsettias, and just look at that. And this, I'm telling you, is just not even half, not even a quarter of what's running through this nursery. There's the whole other side that has got your big palms and what have you. And then now we're stepping in to what's becoming, a space that I'm really falling in love with is the flowers. Again, look at that color, and look at the just look at the health. They're really all very, very healthy plants and looking good. Look at your coleus. I know coleus is a very popular one to find along the road, but I'm particularly liking these ones because you can just see that foliage very, very well taken care of. You want to start with healthy plants in your garden, or even if you're putting them in pots. You want to start with healthy plants, because what that then does, it makes it easier for you to take it from there. It's like running a relay, and if you're taking the baton from someone that's already doing very well, then chances of you performing well is also high, right? So here we are, just with really, really beautiful plants, flowers. So this is the flower section, and then you have your, I can call them ground covers. They do, these daisies, they do act as ground covers. They do act as a hedge. You can have them in a pot, and then it just fills the pot, and it's really, really beautiful. They really produce beautiful flowers. Again, some more varieties of coleus in color. I think this is really amazing. Then we have our balsams here. Again, amazing flowers. And we're going to talk about the concept of perennial versus annual, right? So we want flowers in our garden, but many a times we get flowers that then die after 1 year, and that's the end of the season, and then you feel like, oh gosh, what was that all about? So are we able to get perennials? Are we able to get flowers that will flower for longer, that will be in our gardens for longer? And we're going to find all that out real soon. So look at these. This is a really, really beautiful ground cover. I need to remember the name. I'll put it here on the screen for you to see, but it's a really gorgeous ground cover. And I love the fact that it's been put in hanging planters, because then you can have them either on the ground as a ground cover, but then in your hanging planter on your balcony. Oh my goodness, this is really cute. This is really, really an amazing idea. I really love it. And so you can just see it here, and then let's get in there and see some more flowers. And you can just see it just goes on, and it's just a greenhouse just full of flowers, and it's amazing. So don't worry about potting mix here and there. You can see that they're always continuing to improve the plants, and always adding compost, and potting them, and making sure that they're good and nice and ready for you. And then we have Mountain of the Moon. Is it something of the moon, or is it moon o'clock or 10 o'clock? Oh, I think it's 10 o'clock. This one, something like that, if my memory serves me right. But anyway, so the gist of this is just to show you what's available here, and quite a good job taking place here. I'm here with Nancy. Nancy is the manager of this nursery, and I'll just allow her to introduce this amazing space to you guys and tell us a little history about it.
All right, thank you so much, Alice. Hi everyone, my name is Nancy. I am the manager at Intriscape Plant Nursery. Intriscape started in 2015 as a very small space. It has grown over time. Yeah, so currently we are in one of the greenhouses. We deal with indoor plants, outdoor plants, tough grasses, a lot of succulents. Yeah, but right now we are in the greenhouse. We want to talk more about indoor plants and what the plants that people put inside their houses.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much. Intriscape Plant Nursery is in Limuru, and it is, how many greenhouses are there now?
7.
Wow, seven sitting on 10 acres?
No, we are only on 3 acres.
Oh, 3 acres, wow.
And well, the greenhouses are not in all the acres because we have grass and we have outdoor plants as well.
Yes, that's true. Yes, that's true. They have also an amazing, I think I mentioned it in my intro, they have an amazing outdoor plant selection as well. There is trees, there is shrubs, there is flowers, there is you name it. And as Nancy has said, they have grass as well. So it's really your one-stop shop when you're talking about looking for plants for your entire home, whether it is indoors and whether it is outdoors, whether it is the garden, the backyard, whether you're doing fencing, whether you're doing an office or whatever space you're doing. I think it's one of those places that you can come to in Nairobi where you can actually get almost everything, or if not actually everything that you're looking for in terms of plants. So right now there's a lot to talk about in the plant space, and so I think what we'll do is we'll have more series on this segment, and we'll talk about individual types of plants. So maybe we could talk about flowers one day, shrubs another, because it's a lot. Today I just want us to focus on plants for beginners. So if you're a beginner, I've done another video on plants for beginners, and I feel it's still important to talk about that just for validation and just to hear what Nancy, who has studied
environmental horticulture and landscaping technology.
There you go. So she is the guru of gurus. So when she says it, it is absolutely true, you know. So she knows the science behind growing plants. I think here there's a variety. There's up to how many different varieties of plants could you say you have in all these nurseries?
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I have never kept record, but we have more than 100.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think there's a couple of hundreds for sure.
Yes.
So let's just quickly jump into what are the plants that you recommend for beginners, you know, so either for indoors and even outdoors. So because I get a lot of questions for people who want to put plants in their balconies, and the balcony either has lots of sun or it doesn't have enough sun. So if there's not enough sun, I'm normally like go for an indoor plant type of plant, and then maybe they want some hanging plants. And so what is this that you recommend for beginners? And I think so that we can structure it nicely, let's talk about those that flower. So someone wants an indoor plant but wants a flower because they want some color.
I get that question a lot, Alice.
Yeah, I'm sure.
People want something they want to put inside, and it produces flowers.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, we don't have a lot of plants that produce flowers and they are inside. You know, flowers require a lot of light.
Yes.
But then we have very few, like we have the peace lilies.
Yes.
Peace lily, I don't know. There are people who like find it fussy, but personally, it is one of the easiest plants to take care of. That plant, you don't even have to worry about water. I mean, once it needs water, it droops.
Yes.
And then in the morning, it looks better. So you can tell the droop is because it needs water. So you'll never have any watering problem.
Yeah.
So inside the plant that flowers, peace lily is one of the best.
Yeah.
Then we also have anthuriums. Anthuriums, they flower and they can still be kept inside. And for those ones that flower, you still need to put them near a very bright window for you to get the flowers. So because if you put them near a dark corner, you might never get it. It will be bushy, lush, and everything, but then you will not get the flower. So yes, you can enjoy the flower while inside, but then put it near a bright window or near the entrance. Yeah, that is when you're going to get the flower. There's this other one. Initially, I didn't know it was going to do very well inside. It is a hanging plant. We call them lipstick plants. It's like a very big class of lipstick plants. They produce mainly red or orange flowers. Yeah, I have a customer who put theirs near a window. It's hanging and it has very beautiful flowers. So if you ever want something that is flowering inside, you can go for lipstick. It's very good.
For the peace lily, I tell you, I'm agreeing with you 100%. And the one that I'm really loving is your variegated variety. It is so hardy. It is so hardy. It's one of those plants which, water is, unless you overwater it, so you kill it by overwatering it. But if you just let it be and let it speak to you, as Nancy says, plants do speak to us, so your peace lily will droop when it needs water, and you water it and it comes back, and so if
almost
you just
immediately, actually.
True, very true, almost immediately. And so if you watch and you listen, then you're bound to be very, very successful. Okay, so we've talked about plants that produce flowers. So those that don't, but great for the indoors, but they are small, so people have small spaces, so you just want to put it like on a dresser in the kitchen, on a table, so something that will not become overbearing when it's in its mature state.
Okay. For that, I have people who want plants like, it's a small one. We have like the miniature snake plants. It is perfect. It's very small. It's called the bird nest Sansevieria. It's very small. You can put it literally anywhere, even under the bed, and it will be perfect. We also have African violets. They are perfect. That plant, we've grown them. We've never had any problems with them. So that one would be okay as well. Then there's this palm. It's called Chamadoria palm. It's very small. That is a plant that will not grow. Even in 10 years, you might still have it like in 1 meter size. So that one is perfect. It is for your tabletop. It is for your dressers. It's for the windowsill. It's perfect. You can go for that as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. So now we are going to bigger plants, so not trees, we'll get to trees, but then bigger plants, for a bigger space.
Okay, for the big plants that we have here, we have different types of ficus. We have like different types of ficus majamina. They come in different shades. The leaves, some variegated, different shades of green. And then we also have another one. It's called ficus microcarpa. Old ficus Daniela or something. It has a certain common name, but that one is perfect. It does not shed the leaves like most of the other ficuses. It's very okay for a very even dark corner in the house. So those ones are very okay. They'll grow to a certain size, but if you bind them, they don't grow very big. So they are very good. They'll like occupy a certain space in your house. You'll have like the feel of a big plant in the house, and they are very okay. You can also try some, there's something like money plant. Those ones you'll need to stake, but they'll occupy a very good space. You also have different types of syngoniums. They're also very good. You can also try the giant types of different backyards. Perfect for a big space, a plant that is going to occupy a big space in the house.
Fantastic. Now, the other question that we get a lot, I want a tree. I want a big plant indoors. Which one is that?
Well, big is relative.
Yeah.
At inside, okay, most people don't have like the luxury of very big spaces, but then we have plants that get height. We have like the cordylines and the dracaenas. Those plants, they have height. So if you want something that is going to be like 2.5 meters, go for dracaenas or cordylines. They grow big, they take a lot of space, and you're just going to enjoy them. Even for the others, like I have said, the ficuses, if you want them to get big, just get them into a bigger pot. They grow bigger. So if you want something really big, just put it in a bigger pot, and it is going to get that to that bigger size.
So there's also palms. Palms are also a good option for indoors, right?
Yes. They are very perfect. And for these ones, we have acclimatized them already. So if you take them from here, take them to the house, they'll just be perfect. They'll continue growing inside.
And the size of pot, will they need to change? Because these are the golden palms that otherwise become big.
That size of the pot is going to be okay for the palm. But then, of course, now the only thing you can change is for the people who are looking for the fancy pots, the beautiful ones, maybe the fiber pots. Yeah, that's the only thing. But the size is okay for these. You can have this palm in this size of pot. for a long time.
Now we are talking about the hanging plants. So if you just have a balcony or you're interested in having hanging plants, what are the easy to care for hanging plants that you'd recommend for beginners?
The one that I'm standing next to, this is one of the types of ivies. This plant is perfect for someone who doesn't even know how to care for the plants. It doesn't need much water. You don't even need to look after it. You water like just once in a week or 2 weeks, and it is going to be okay. So for someone who is worried about killing a plant or taking care of getting a plant that's so needy, you can get this. This one is going to be perfect.
So for an intro into Intriscape Plant Nursery, we have a lot of information with us now. We know plants that we can start with as beginners, and even not necessarily beginners, These are just great plants for anybody to have within their space, whether it's the office or whether it's the house. And as such, we want to end it here for today, and we'll come back and we have so many more things to talk about. So I just want to say to Nancy, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. Like I said, it's one of my most favorite places to come to in Nairobi. They're on Limuru Road. I'm going to put Google Maps and Nancy's contacts on how to get here. And yeah, so just come and buy plants. And if you don't, if you're far, send me. I'll come and buy them for you. So yeah. So I'm really excited to have you, and thank you very much. And maybe if there's something that you want to tell people, tell them they must buy plants.
All right, thank you so much, Alice. Thank you for coming actually, and thank you everyone who is watching. We have amazing plants, and Alice is going to continue teaching you more about even how to take care of the plant. So for the person who is out there worried about getting a plant because maybe they have a history of killing them, don't be scared. Alice is going to cover all that. I'm going to assist her where possible, and yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and bye for now.